Today we're going to try to find out if the spare tires matter or the extra weight matter regarding speed or the time one is able to do. Spoiler alert, we're not going to get an answer, not with my skills anyways. But bear with me, I did some testing. Well, let's start from the beginning. I chose this stage. Serpi, or however you want to pronounce that, from Latvia. It's because it's a short one. Because I wanted to avoid having to do this the rest of my life, basically. And shorter stage also because, well, it's impossible for me at least to have a perfect stage, and especially so with a longer stage. Mistakes are going to happen. So, shorter stage for those two reasons. I started doing this stage in time trial, so you have one spare tire. You cannot change that, unfortunately. I'm gonna start putting some times on the screen. These were the ones I was able to do. It started to get better, but as soon as I started to be consistent with the time, and it looked like that I wasn't improving anymore, I did a couple more runs and switched to having 0 spare tires. So basically I had to create a championship to be able to do that, and it started to look promising because at the very first run I think I was able to be faster than I was in my best time trial run before that. I did probably 6 runs if I remember correctly, and yeah, I got better times, I think, pretty consistently. And then I switched over to having 2 spare tires, so 40 kilos of extra weight. And I was slower. I think I was around the same time as I was in time trials, but then I started getting a bit faster. And in the end, I think I got pretty close to the time I made with 0 spare tires, with like, I don't know, 6 runs or so. So then I hopped back into time trial to do this again with the 1 spare tire. And at the very first run I was able to make my personal best again. So that pretty much invalidated my test completely, which was a bit of a bummer. Although I think the that happened already with when I was able to do pretty good times with the 2 spare tires as well. So unfortunately, I couldn't really get an answer, not with this short stage anyways, but I do have a feeling that it doesn't really matter, at least not that much, because in the end, every run is going to be a bit different. There's going to be some minor mistakes here and there. Even within this short stage, the variation is surprisingly big. But yeah, I did this just for fun. I was curious if it has any effect, but I think the biggest effect for me was how it affects the handling of the car. Especially with the 2 spare tires, you could feel the difference on the weight of the car. For me, it definitely felt a lot heavier, and it was harder to get through the corners with the same speeds I was able to do with like 0 spare tires or 1 spare tire. For some reason the difference between 0 and 1 spare tires didn't feel that big, but jumping up to 2, yeah, that was a lot more noticeable. I am really curious how I'm still like 5 seconds slower than the top leaderboard time in this stage. My best run, 202.8. That was a pretty good run. Theoretical best is slightly better, and I think I might be able to gain some tenths of a second by tuning the car. There's most certainly some improvements to be made in my driving line and so on, but still 5.2 seconds, that is quite a lot. The top times are made with the new Toyota, so I do wonder if that plays some role in this, which could be. It's a newer car by 2 years, I think. Where's the first Skoda? It's here, 1.5 seconds. So it's still under 2 minutes. I don't know. I don't think I can hit under 2 minutes anytime soon. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to provide a clear-cut answer for the spare tire problem, question. More like, I had fun with this test, even though the results weren't what I was after. No more talking, follow me.